Hello dear student, myself Poonam Patil, working as assistant professor in KTHM College. Today we are going to discuss the CH102 Organic Chemistry FYBSc class. In the today's lecture, we are going to discuss the reactions of alkene. These reactions of alkenes are classified into two types. So the session agenda for the today's lecture, in that we discuss the reactions of alkene. These reactions of alkene, it is explained by two ways, the addition reaction and by cleavage reaction. So it is explained by the addition reaction and the another type, cleavage reactions. So by these two ways we explain the reactions of alkene. In that, the first way to explain these reactions of alkene is the types of addition reaction. Types of addition reaction. This one way we explain the reactions of alkene, and the another way is cleavage reaction. So the types of reaction, it explained by different way. Addition of H2, addition of H2, then the second way, that is addition of X2, third addition of HX, then in the fourth way the addition of water, fifth addition of H2SO4, addition of OHX, this is hypohalous acid, and last, that is addition of BH3 twice. Okay, so by this 7 way we explain the types of addition reaction and we also explain the reactions of alkene. So the first is addition of H2. It is nothing but we add 2 hydrogen into the alkene. So that is also called the reduction reaction. So here this addition of H2, it is also called the reduction reaction. Then in the alkene molecule we also add X2. X, it is nothing but the halogen, and the addition of halogen into the carbon-carbon double bond, that reactions are called halogenation reaction. That reactions are called halogenation reaction, means addition of halogen into the carbon-carbon double bond. Then the next is addition of HX. HX means halogen and hydrogen get added into the alkene, that's why it is called addition of HX, and there is a formation of hydrohalogenation reaction. So in the alkene we add H and X, that's why the name is hydrohalogenation reaction. Then the addition of water molecule in carbon-carbon double bond, it is called hydration reaction. It is called hydration reaction. Then the here this OHX, it is called hypohalous acid formation reaction. Hypohalous acid formation reaction, it is nothing but the addition of OHX. So by this 7 way we explain the addition reaction. So one by one we discuss the reactions. So first type is addition of H2. So we discuss the reaction addition of H2. The another name for addition of H2 reaction, that is reduction reaction. So you have to remember the another name, reduction reaction. Okay. So we know that the alkenes are nothing but carbon which having double bond with the another carbon. This is a alkene. The name of this alkene, it is ethene. ENE. This is the suffix used for the alkene, right? When we add H2 into this alkene, what happened? Here two bonds are there. The one is sigma bond and the another one it is the pi bond. When we add the hydrogen into this reaction in presence of platinum, palladium or nickel as a catalyst, these metals are used as a catalyst. In presence of this metal, this hydrogen get added into this alkene, the exothermic reaction is occur, and during that exothermic reaction, this pi bond get break and two new sigma bonds are formed. So there is a addition of H2 takes place. So addition of H2 takes place and we get the ethane molecule. We get the ethane molecule. So these two hydrogen, they form a sigma bond. So due to this exothermic reaction, the pi bond get break and two new sigma bonds are formed and we get the alkene. Okay. So we take one example, one more example here. Suppose here we take CH3, CH double bond CH2. What is the name of this compound? It contains 3 carbon. That's why the name is propene. 3 carbon, that's why the name is propene. In that we add hydrogen in presence of nickel as a catalyst. In presence of nickel as a catalyst, and then we get the product CH3, CH2 and CH3. So 2 hydrogen get added. This is the reactive side. So 2 hydrogen get added. So here there is a formation of CH2 and at the last there is a formation of CH3. So what we get here? We get the propane. Okay. So this is about the addition of H2. It is also called the reduction reaction. Addition of hydrogen, it is nothing but the reduction reaction, and this reaction it is happen in presence of the catalyst platinum, palladium and nickel, and we get the product alkane. Okay. Then the next type is addition of X2. Next is addition of X2. Addition of X2, it is nothing but X means halogen. X, it is suffix used for the halogen. So addition of halogen into the alkene, hence the name is halogenation reaction. What is the name? Halogenation reaction. Okay. So here we see the example. Again we take the ethane molecule. In that we add Cl2. In this case we know that fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, these are the halogens. So out of that, fluorine does not react with the alkene. Out of these 3, chlorine, bromine and iodine, chlorine and bromine, they react very easily with the alkene, while iodine does not react with the alkene. Okay. So for that here we take the Cl2 and we get the compound we get this dihalogenated compound, and this compound it is called vicinal compound. Two halogens are attached adjacent, that compounds are called vicinal compound. Okay. So we get the vicinal compound. Here we take one more example. Suppose we take the example, this is propene, right? So in that propene, when we add Br2, bromine, then what happen? We see the mechanism also. In this case, this double bond, bromine, it is present in dimer form in this way. So what happens? This double bond take this bromine and this bromine get given out CH3, CH, and here the ring is formed, a smaller ring is formed, and bromine minus it is given out. So this is called bromonium ion. This is called bromonium ion. Three-membered ring is formed, and three-membered ring compounds are highly unstable. That's why what happened here, this bromine get transferred to this carbon and this bond get break, and we get the compound. We write the compound here. So this bromine is shifted to this side. So we get dibromo compound. Okay. So this is the mechanism happen here. We know that the halogens are exist in dimer form. This double bond accept one halogen, and one halogen get released by negative ion. So there is a formation of a tricyclic ring is formed, that is called bromonium ion. It is a highly unstable ring, and it easily accept the bromine from upper side, and this bromine gets shifted to this carbon, and we get the dibromo compound, or it is called a vicinal compound. Vicinal compounds are the compounds which having halogen adjacent to the carbon. Okay. So this is about the addition of X2 or the halogenation reaction. The next is addition of HX. The third part, that is addition of HX. HX, it is nothing but the hydrogen and halogen. So addition of hydrogen and halogen into the alkene, that's why the name is hydrohalogenation reaction. Hydrohalogenation reaction. Okay. So we discuss the example for this. We take the compound CH2 double bond CH2. Again, this is nothing but the ethene. In that we add HBr. HBr addition, and we get one hydrogen shifted to this carbon and bromine get attached to this carbon. So there is a formation of CH3, CH2Br. So what is the name of this compound? Ethyl bromide. So this is ethene, and we get ethyl bromide. So we get the alkyl halide. Addition of hydrogen and halogen takes place, hence the name of reaction is hydrohalogenation reaction, and we get the alkyl halide, that is ethyl bromide. When the alkenes are symmetrical, at that time we get only one product, right? When the alkenes are symmetrical, then we get only one product. But when the alkenes are unsymmetrical, at that time we get the two product. So let us discuss that products. This is the symmetrical alkene. Why we call it as it is symmetrical? Because to this carbon two hydrogens are there. Again this carbon is having two hydrogens. That's why it is a symmetrical. Then we see the unsymmetrical alkene. This is propene. So in this case, to this carbon one hydrogen and one methyl group is there, while to this carbon only two hydrogens are there. That's why it is called unsymmetrical alkene. In this reaction, when the HBr is added, we get the two product. We are getting two product. We write the product here, CH3, CH2, CH2Br. Means one hydrogen transferred to this carbon and bromine get attached to this carbon, and we get a propyl bromide. Okay, the name that is propyl bromide. And the another product is obtained here. The name of that product is CH3, CHBr, and this is bromopropane or propyl bromide, and we get 2-bromopropane, and here we get 1-bromopropane. This is the IUPAC name. So we get two products, 1-bromo and 2-bromopropane. So out of these two products, which product is stable? It explained by the Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov's the rule name is Markovnikov's rule. What this rule states that when the in the addition reaction, when we add the hydrogen and halogen into the alkene, at that time the negative part. So here the hydrogen is having positive charge and bromine is having negative charge. So negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon which having less number of hydrogen. What I am saying here, the negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon in which the hydrogens are less. So here the hydrogens are less, this carbon is this middle one, and to this bromine get attached. So this product, it is nothing but the 2-bromopropane, and this product, it is the major product. This product is the major product according to the Markovnikov's rule. This one is major, so obviously this one is minor. This product is minor. So according to the Markovnikov's rule, the more substituted alkene form as a major product. Okay, or the negative part of the reagent get attached to the carbon which bearing less number of hydrogen. It is nothing but the Markovnikov's rule, and that products are the major product. Okay. So the next is addition of water. The next type of addition reaction, that is addition of water. So addition of water, it is nothing but the H2O. So addition of H2O, it is also called the hydration reaction. Hydration reaction. We know that this water molecule, it is H plus and OH minus. Dissociation, after dissociation, this water molecule shows H plus and OH minus. So addition of this H plus and OH minus into the alkene, let us discuss. What is the name of this compound? In this case, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are in chain and one present to the second carbon. So the name is 2-methylpropene. 2-methylpropene. In this 2-methylpropene, when we add water molecule, instead of H2O, we write H plus and OH minus for the simplification, and we get the product. Again here we get the 2 product, because this alkene, it is a unsymmetrical alkene. That's why we get the 2 product. We write the 2 product here, CH3, C, OH. This is a tertiary alcohol, and we get the second product, that is this one. Again the name is 2-methylpropanol. Okay, 2-methylpropanol. So out of these 2 products, which one is major product? It explained by the Markovnikov's rule. So more substituted the carbon which having less number of hydrogen, to that carbon the negative part get attached. So here the negative part get attached to this carbon, that product, it is the major product. So this product is the major product, while this one is the minor product. Okay, so this is the hydration reaction. But one thing is that when unsymmetrical alkenes are there, and in that when we add the water as well as halogen, hydrogen and halogen, means HBr or HCl addition into the unsymmetrical alkene, at that time what happened? We get the 2 product according to the Markovnikov's rule. But in presence of peroxide, if the peroxide name is given on this arrow, then the reaction is occur exactly opposite to the Markovnikov's rule. Means whatever product is obtained minor, that product is the major product. So we discuss what is this peroxide effect. In this peroxide effect, the negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon which having more number of hydrogen. In the Markovnikov's rule, what they say? The negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon which having less number of hydrogen, right? But in the peroxide effect, this negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon which having more number of hydrogen. That product, it is the major product. So it is exactly opposite. So when the reaction is occur and on that reaction the peroxide effect is given or the peroxide effect is present, at that time we change this major and minor way. So this product, it is the minor one and this one is the major product. We discuss one example and then we stop here. We discuss the both example according to the Markovnikov's rule and peroxide effect here. So we take one alkene, unsymmetrical alkene. So the name of this compound is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a butene. So 2-methyl, the IUPAC name 2-methyl butene. Right? In this 2-methyl butene, when we add water molecule H plus and OH minus, here also we add H plus and OH minus. So here we use Markovnikov's rule. So this is Markovnikov's MR and here we use peroxide effect. Peroxide effect. So what happened here? According to the Markovnikov's rule, negative part of the reagent get attached to the carbon which having less number of hydrogen. So here to this carbon less number of hydrogens are there. So we add this OH to this carbon, methyl group as it is and CH3. So this is the major product. And minor is minor product. We write here CH3, CH2, CH, CH3 and CH2OH. This is the minor product according to the Markovnikov's rule. When in the unsymmetrical alkene we add water molecule and peroxide effect is there, then at that time the product is exactly opposite. Negative part of the reagent get attached to those carbon which having more number of hydrogen. This is the major product. This is the major product and the another one, that is CH3, CH2, this one is minor product. So by observing these two examples, we can conclude that this Markovnikov's rule and peroxide effect, it is exactly opposite. Okay. So student, in the today's lecture, we discuss the reactions of alkene and these reactions of alkene, it explained by 7 different ways. Out of that 7 different ways, we discuss the 5 ways. In that we discuss the addition of H2, addition of X2, addition of HX, then addition of water and the last, that is addition of H2SO4. So this part we have discussed in the today's lecture. In the next lecture, we discuss the remaining types of reaction.